welcome back to Entrepreneur Middle East. We're here today at the Quoz Entrepreneurship Forum. Absolutely spectacular energy, and with me is a very special guest. Her name is Khulood Khoory. She's a Director of Projects and Events Department at a Dubai Culture and Arts Authority. What a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here today.
So tell me a little bit about this absolutely amazing forum, amazing, entrepreneurship, let's say, gathering for everyone. How do you feel, having to organize all of this? It must feel amazing for you.
I think we're so happy that, this year it's the third edition of the forum. We've really seen kind of the industry understanding the importance of creative entrepreneurship. We've seen the energy. And I think for us, what's most important is to make sure that, we're highlighting successes from Dubai. We're highlighting startups in our creative industries. We're also making room for inspiration. We're making room for the new generation of startups to also grow, whether it's access to information, whether it's knowledge, even it's practical workshops. That's the main objective of this forum over these next 2 days.
Amazing. So tell me, what sort of startups can we see here?
So I think there's really a diverse, and when someone hears kind of the creative industries, I think your typical think is thinking a product base, is it an artwork, is it a design? But I think creative industries is so broad and wide, whether it's kind of production, which is focused on cultural narrative. It could be, again, F&B, so it could be food products. We see a lot of tech-driven creative industries as well, startups. So whether it's AI, looking how AI can, reinterpret the media production ecosystem. So we're looking at ways that startups are really adapting to new technology, but also always thinking of creative resources, but also gaps in Dubai's industry.
Of course, 100%. And I absolutely love it because mostly, when you interview startups or entrepreneurs, it's all about the tech space. Yeah. It's all about crypto, digitalization, and the fact that we have all these amazing, people that are full of art and full of creativity here, I find absolutely spectacular. We can bond with them,
I think also, you would say, it's always tech, but a lot of the things, traditional, methods isn't wrong. You don't need to be AI enabled. We have one of the startups that's really focused on art education, and her main idea is that the UAE is a large region with many different communities that are not central to cities. So how can we take art education to be more mobile and reach those maybe distant communities? 100%. So it's even very traditional approach, but identifying a gap that we have here, thinking about how we can collectively support and grow our industry. And also I think it's a lot got to do with passion. If someone is passionate about an area, they find how can this turn into a venture? How can this support other people rather than just myself as an individual?
I think passion is the main thing. Obviously passion is what drives us entrepreneurs, and I don't think there should be any other source of motivation than just loving the project that you've created at the end of the day. Now tell me, what sort of characteristics do you think are important to have, as an entrepreneur, as a founder? What sort of characteristics would you be looking for in them?
For me personally, like you said, I think passion is the main driver, but a lot of times it's being kind of humble and not having an ego. It's accepting to learn from others, knowing that maybe you don't have all the information yet, that openness to continuously learn. And also, openness to trying and testing and failing. I think a lot of creatives have that kind of design thinking approach and methodology where it's okay to test, try, fail, pivot, trust, trial, and I think that's really a characteristic that a lot of the successful entrepreneurs, it's the drive, but it's also the willingness to not just be stuck on one idea and not change. If it doesn't work out, if the numbers are not working, if you've tested it and you feel let's change, you should go for it. And I think that flexibility is something very important with startups.
And I think they all know that this is what they have to have in order to get into this. They're all expecting to fail and to get up again. I don't think any founder out there thinks that it's going to be a success story after one day, right? So I think it's very important for them to be aware and be realistic that this is something they need to have, right?
I think for me, especially in the creative industries, I think a lot of startups, if we call them, they're just practicing creatives and they kind of became business people by mistake.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I just wanted to do what I love. And the passion behind it is so strong. And actually the mindset that this actually is a business. And what I'm doing is, I'm hiring people, I'm making profit, I'm selling a product. And I think that mindset is something which we want to shift. We want to encourage the growth of that. We want to make sure that these creatives are also building on the other skills that they need as business leaders, as someone who can really understand the markets, to understand opportunities. And I think that's what the forum is really about.
100%. Beautiful, beautiful. Tell me one more thing. In the next, let's say, 5 years, where do you see, the Dubai Arts and Culture Authority being? What do you see you guys leading, let's say, in the next couple of years? Where do you want to be?
I think there's the space for that is huge. We are working on a new strategy. But for example, I would really focus on the creative economy. Something that we did launch a strategy to focus on that. And I see really that's the drive for the next 5 years, to really put more focus onto that, to make sure that, that awareness, not just within our sector, but as the whole city, how the creative industries can contribute to Dubai's economy, how they are beneficial not just to the creative sector, but we see how multiple sectors also benefit from the creative industries, and how they're not just there as a complementary sector, but really they're very critical to the narrative of Dubai, to the identity of Dubai, and to also sharing our culture.
Amazing, beautiful, and we wish you the best of luck in that. Now, before we end the interview, I have a couple of question cards for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you hold the mic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shuffle them around.
Okay.
Go
We'll
for
go for this one.
Which one is it?
So do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, go for it.
How do you make decisions when you don't have all the answers? I think for me, personally, I'm someone who doesn't like to rush into decisions.
Okay.
So, and I'm not someone who usually makes decisions on the spot, but if I don't have all the answers, I usually like to take a break. I don't need to rush into things. I usually sleep on it.
Very
of course,
smart.
I'd ask around. I'd try to get, the right answers. But if all else fails, I do rely on my gut. I feel your gut instinct is usually there's something there that, more or less, you probably should make a good decision.
100%.
Yeah.
And to add to your point, I just feel like it's important to listen to your gut, but you can only listen to it when you're fully alone.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say like in a meditative state, but just with your thoughts, analyzing everything without external, casualties, without anybody else trying to, lead you biasly into one direction or the other. So yeah, I fully agree with you.
Great.
Agree. What a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much
I really look forward to everyone joining us today. Hopefully, to benefit from the forum and really hearing people's feedback on what they learned and what inspired them.
Of course, and we're definitely here to get all of that scoop and all of that insight. So thank you once again for being our partners in this, and we appreciate it. And inshallah, tomorrow we're going to have even more amazing exclusives with all of the participants. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.